When people talk about longevity in K-pop, they often mention group power, synchronized performances, and global tours that shake entire stadiums. But sometimes, true impact is measured in something quieter, numbers that continue to rise long after the stage lights dim, and this time, those numbers tell the story of Jin, an industry where competition is relentless and trends shift overnight. Jin has been officially selected as one of the 100 best-selling artists on the Circle chart. According to cumulative sales data compiled from 2010 through February 14, 2026, he recorded an astonishing 3,042,282 copies sold. That places him 35th out of 100 best-selling artists overall. But here's where the story becomes extraordinary. This isn't the result of a massive solo discography built over a decade. This isn't the product of endless album cycles or dozens of releases. Jin achieved this milestone with just 3 physical works, 0.3 chapters, 0.3 statements, 0.3 moments that reshaped his journey. For years, Jin stood on the world's biggest stages as part of BTS, a group that redefined global music history. Yet stepping into the spotlight alone is an entirely different challenge. Solo success demands more than popularity. It demands identity, emotional resonance, and unwavering fan trust. Jin didn't rush. In 2022, he released his first official solo single album, The Astronaut. A heartfelt track filled with warmth and longing, the song captured listeners not just with melody, but with sincerity. The physical album surpassed 1 million copies, earning million certification on the Circle chart. For many artists, that alone would be a career-defining moment. For Jin, it was just the beginning. 2 years later, in 2024, he returned with Happy. The title itself felt symbolic, a declaration of growth, reflection, and renewed energy. The album resonated deeply with fans worldwide, achieving 3 times platinum certification. That means over 750,000 copies sold under Circle standards, and it further cemented his strength as a soloist. Then came 2025. Echo entered the scene with a different tone, mature, layered, introspective. The album achieved 2 times platinum certification, continuing his steady and powerful sales momentum. There was no explosive gimmick, no sudden viral spike. Instead, there was consistency, stability, loyalty. When you add the numbers together, the result is staggering. Over 3.04 million physical copies sold from only 3 releases. That accomplishment places Jin as the second highest cumulative seller among solo singers in Circle chart history. Even more notably, he ranks first among all BTS members in cumulative solo sales within the team. The phrase 35th out of 100 artists may sound like a statistic, but within that ranking lies a deeper meaning. Jin is competing not only against current idols, but against legends who have been active for decades. Artists with expansive catalogs, repackages, special editions, and countless comebacks, and yet, with only 3 physical albums, his name stands among them. This achievement speaks volumes about his fandom. It reflects a community that doesn't simply stream songs for a week and move on. It reflects listeners who collect, support, and invest in his artistry. The kind of support that builds million certifications, platinum milestones, and long-term chart presence. But beyond fandom, it also reflects trust. Jin's music carries a particular emotional color, comfort blended with quiet strength. His vocals have always been known for clarity and stability, but as a solo artist, he expanded that into storytelling. Each album feels intentional, almost like a diary entry released to the world. The Astronaut felt like a goodbye wrapped in hope. Happy felt like rediscovery. Echo felt like reflection that continues to resonate. 3 works. 3 emotional landscapes. 3 million copies. In the data-driven world of K-pop, numbers often move quickly. But sustained physical sales in the streaming era carry special weight. Physical albums today represent dedication, fans choosing to hold a tangible piece of the music they love, and Jin's numbers are not inflated by volume of releases. They are concentrated impact. Industry observers often ask, what defines a successful solo transition? Is it chart peaks? Awards? Viral moments, or is it consistency over time? Jin's journey suggests the latter. From 2022 to 2025, each chapter built upon the previous one. No dramatic reinvention, no desperate shifts in concept. Just steady evolution. Each release expanded his identity rather than replacing it. That is why this circle chart recognition carries symbolic power. It validates not just popularity, but durability. As the global music landscape continues to evolve, artists who can maintain physical sales in the millions stand in rare territory. Jin has proven that his presence is not limited to group synergy, it is firmly rooted in his own artistic foundation. The story of 3,042,282 copies is not just about sales. It is about timing. It is about patience. It is about connection. And perhaps most importantly, it is about the quiet confidence of an artist who understands his pace. With only 3 albums, Jin has surpassed 3 million. That fact alone challenges industry norms. Most artists require years of expansive catalogs to reach similar milestones. But Jin condensed impact into 3 carefully crafted chapters. The result? A position among the 100 best-selling artists. A top 35 ranking. Second in history among solo singers on the Circle chart. First among his own team members. Numbers can fade. Trends can shift. But milestones like this become part of history. And if 3 albums could accomplish this much, one question naturally follows. What happens next? Because if the past few years have proven anything, it's this. Jin's solo journey is not a side story. It is a powerful narrative unfolding in real time, written not just in lyrics, but in millions of copies held by fans around the world. 3 chapters down, and the echo is only getting louder. And perhaps what makes this milestone even more meaningful is the timing. The global music market today is driven heavily by streaming platforms, where digital numbers often overshadow physical sales. Yet Jin's achievements stand firmly in the realm of tangible albums, records that fans chose to purchase, collect, and treasure. In an era where convenience dominates, that kind of loyalty cannot be manufactured. Industry analysts often point out that sustaining physical album growth requires more than star power. It requires emotional continuity. Each comeback must feel like a natural progression rather than a commercial repetition. Jin has quietly mastered that balance. He does not overwhelm the market with excessive releases. Instead, he delivers carefully spaced projects that allow anticipation to build organically. This steady rhythm strengthens his brand as a solo artist distinct from BTS, while still carrying the global recognition he built within the group. It shows that his audience is not temporary, it is deeply rooted. More importantly, these numbers symbolize trust between artist and fan. Over 3 million copies represent millions of decisions made individually across the world. Each purchase is a vote of confidence in his artistry, voice, and sincerity. And as the industry continues to evolve, that kind of foundation ensures one thing: Jin's solo legacy is not just growing, it is stabilizing for the long run.